Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 35 of Grim Dawn Definitive Edition on the Xbox Series X. Now, we are exactly where we were at the end of the last part. However, you'll see the little portal behind me. Now, off camera, I've just spent about an hour trying to sort my kit out, people. Now, I don't look any different because I've got the illusionist stuff on, so it makes it look like how I want it to look. So we do look pretty much the same as we did. However, a lot has changed. There was so many things. Oh, in fact, I've forgotten to put perks on my rings, actually, which we might well want to do. So 2 things I've got left. Basically, what happened was I'd picked up, there was a load of stuff in our inventory, and there was at least 4 or 5 items that just couldn't be ignored, really. One was the armor on the chest piece, which was 512. I think the one I had on was like 300 and something. And these aren't heavy, these are standards. I mean, there's 465 armor on those shoulders. And they're not heavy either, they're just standard ones. There's more armor. Oh no, it's not quite. So, I mean, between those 2 things alone, I just couldn't ignore it. I mean, between the 2 of them, it was an extra for like 500 armor or something. And then the boots were the same. The armor was way higher on the boots, and so on and so forth. I mean, it took so long to try and balance out all of this stuff again, and you'll see that I've done a good job in some places, but we've got 0 stun duration at the minute, protection. I'd managed to get my bleeding back up a little bit, but I'm struggling with ether, trying to get the components. I mean, we're doing really well with chaos, 76% on that. Vitality I managed to get back up, so we've done really well. The elemental stuff's pretty decent, because fire had dropped down to 30 at one point. We've got that back up to 59. Piercing's probably got too much on it. I think that's over spec'd. So we're not doing too bad, but I'm concerned that the stun duration's not got any protection on it. And the ether's dropped down a bit again. But all in all, I feel like I've done a pretty decent job of getting stuff onto my equipment. What I have realised, though, is that we could definitely get some extra perkage on these rings. So we could do that, actually, before we crack in. Just put a fresh portal up. I don't know how long these portals last for, whether they stay there till you close the game down or what, but let's be careful, shall we? So, I mean, it was just one of those things. I just couldn't ignore it. I'm pretty chuffed with how it's gone. Pretty chuffed with the armor. Oh, we've also changed the rifle to the... We picked up in the last part, we picked up a rifle, which, again, it was saying there was 200 extra damage on it, but it was all physical damage. So, well, physical and piercing and such like. So, I don't know how this gun's going to go. The other one sort of had perks for lightning and stuff on it. I've put the Mark Edric on it, so we're getting poison and acid damage on it. We'll see how we go with it. We'll see how we go. I have kept... I'll show you. Go up to see the guy where all my gems are. I have kept the stuff that I did have on in case I want to go back. So this is basically all the stuff that I've changed over. Near as damn it, that was just something I want to hang on to in case I decide to put it on. But we'd only just found that hood which had a load of stuff on it. This Callistor bonus with the lightning damage and +3 to ignition, which we've just spent points in, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with it all. Where's me? Yeah, so we've got... Yeah, anyway, we can go back to it all. My old rifle had... had plus 75% to... plus 78% to cold damage is the thing I'm going to miss, I think. Because we're doing quite a lot with cold. So I don't know what that balance is going to be. +4 to Inquisitor Seal we weren't that bothered about because I wasn't using it. So... I've not spent any points in it. So we have lost a few things, but the gun we've got on has now got 10% chance of 339 physical damage, plus 190% physical damage, plus 122% internal trauma damage, which we don't use. So plus 9% attack speed, and then we've got all the poison stuff on I've put on for Mark of Edric. So I don't know how well this gun's going to work out at all. because I feel like I might regret... in fact, do you know what? I might actually just shove it in here. Just in case we do want to come back and get it. Mind you, what doesn't matter, does it? We can teleport back. If I'd put it in there, I might sell it by mistake. This... I can't remember why I've left that there. I think I had that on. I changed that at last minute sort of thing, I think. And everything else should be empty. Yeah, it is. So, let's see what we've got in the way of things for rings, and then we can crack on with some action. I also did some trying to build these. I managed to build some infernos, which I was tempted to put on, but again, we're not really doing much with fire damage. So in the end, I've actually changed over to one that I made called Sanctuary. I had enough to make for Sanctuary, so we've got plus 8% health, minus 10% physique requirement for armor. Because one thing that did drop significantly was my physique when I changed all of this stuff. It was actually under 400 at one point. I had to get perks on it to get it back up. Chance of active, yeah, granted skill is Sanctuary. A protective barrier forms around you whenever an enemy manages to find a weak point in your defences. So we'll see how that works out. Completion bonus, 10% elemental resistance. Not sure what's going on with that. Chance of 2 seconds of stun retaliation, pierce resistance. So we got a few things out of it. That's why the pierce is so bloody high. I bet you. Anyway, let's see what we've got for some rings. I think there isn't a huge amount for rings actually. Is there? Well, there might be, but there might be standard components. God, there's got to be an easier way of... oh, there is actually. Just search here. Can I put rings in here? Not spelling it wrongly, you can't. Ah! Right, here we go, people. Well, all me... Yeah, so I've not got any... what's that? Why has that got... Something must have the word ring in it in that. Yeah, I don't know why that's being lit up. Oh, searing. A burst of searing brimstones. So it's picking up any text inside these things. Rings and amulets. Okay, so we can have... Well, really what we want is something to do with stun or bleeding or ether, isn't it? Freeze and petrify durations down on those. There's another thing as well, like stun is stun a thing on its own, or is petrify a part of stun? That's confusing me as well, because there is nothing up here that refers to petrify. Reduces the duration of stun attacks and spells which leave you unable to react. Alright, so it must be anything that stuns you then. Right, okay, well we might be on a winner here, because if that's the case, then petrify would be something to do with stun, in theory. I guess we could try it on something I'm not using. Wouldn't waste anything, but that's vitality resistance. Well, that said, yeah, that's bleeding. Yeah. I feel like I looked for bleeding stuff and I couldn't find anything to do with rings, which was really frustrating. That's vitality resistance, of which we're kind of okay. I'm not that worried about that at the moment. Yeah, I think I'm quite keen to take this stun stuff. That's freeze and petrify actually, which would be... Yeah, let's try it, shall we? Let's see what we get. No. That did absolutely nothing for stun. So we just wasted that on a fucking ring. I suppose it's not resistance though, is it? It's a reduction in the time that you're stunned for. Okay, pick one, Steve, and move on. Yeah, that's nothing to do with rings either. It's just something in there must have the word ring in it. Vitality resistance, leech resistance. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing great there, is there, at all, for any of it. Well, we could go with +8 to physique, cunning and spirit, but it's not a lot, is it? Don't think it's worth wasting it. Resistances would be better. I might just put the freeze and stun duration thing on the other one. Even though it's not coming up, it might still come in well handy. That's fine. Right, I think that is... mind you, the belt's not got anything on it either, is it? Blimey, eh? Missed a few bits there for... although all armour works on the belt as well. Literally nothing coming up with belt on it. So... used in all armour. There we go. Physique. +10 physique, +24 armour, 20% lightning resistance. Well, lightning resistance could take a bit more, to be fair. Or plus, yeah, we'll do that one. Oh. What? Oh, has that already got something in it then? It must have. And I'm just not seeing it. Or is a belt not... What? What's happening? Oh, I have got a component in it. I'm talking nonsense. Sorry, people. I'm assuming you can't. We've had this conversation. You can't put anything on those, can you? No. Right, that should be it then. They all seem to have a component on them. Okay, good to go. Let's get on with the action. Could well be coming back for our gun though if... Right, that was a bit of a slow start, but it's giving you an idea of what I've been up to. Slightly worried that we don't have anything to do with stun on, but never ye mind. We'll see how we go on with it. But honestly, it's like bloody homework. Trying to figure out all of those, balance all of those resistances. Still got a bit of a stuttery frame rate at the minute. Well, when you pan the camera around anyway. Our rift stone's ahead of us actually. Could do with discovering that. We'll do that first if we can get to it. Well, the gun does seem to be doing a lot of damage. It's actually referenced as a shotgun as well, so it's possible that shotguns do more damage up close when enemies are nearby. I don't know. Right, well, we found the Asterkarm Valley. Asterkarm Valley. When you're gonna slow your Asterkarm down. Not too far away from a level up, people. Could do with a wee devotion point some point soon. I'll send one for a while. Blue item drop down here as well. Epic belts, can you believe it? Reduction in bleeding duration by 41%. Oh, we were just talking about bleeding. Hang on a minute. Yeah, see, like I've got, according to that, I've got a currently equipped belt with slow resistance of 11%. Yet, oh, it's stun I'm talking about, isn't it? So I'm slightly confused. There is something that specifically says stun duration. That belt might be worth putting on almost immediately. It's a level 45 belt. And reduction in bleeding duration, plus 31 physique, plus 50% bleeding damage with... Yeah, the thing is, I don't use bloody bleeding damage though, do I? Vitality resistance would drop by 16%, so that would go down. Bloodbath, 10% chance on attack, lacerate nearby foes and shower the area with their blood. Actually, we'd need to put a anti-venom salve on this as well, because our poison resistance would go down by 20% if I change it right now. So we'll do it a bit later. What's that there? Corpse dust. We'll crack on for now. It's not going anywhere, is it? Fuck me, he took a bit of hitting, didn't he? Tell you what though, look at my fucking armour. This guy's barely hitting me. I don't know why I'm not hitting him though. I mean, he was proper spanking me there and he wasn't taking anything off me, hardly. It's fair to say the armour upgrade has worked out a little bit, I think. It's either that or he was missing me completely, but it didn't seem to be the case. Whoa, that badger's healing himself. Oh, is that my army? Yeah, he just seems to be on my side, that dude, doesn't he? There was one dude that made it, and he's... Oh, there he is. You made it, dude. You made it. hello. Is that a devotion, little devotion thing there, I think? Could be. Devotion. Ooh, 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 ah. Ruined Shrine. Cracked lodestone. Sure, why not? Ooh, hello. We got a devotion point. Oh, now. I need to try and remember what the feck I was doing with devotion points, people. We had decided, I'm sure, that we were doing this one, weren't we? The Dryad, because we were going to do the Dryad and then possibly the Lion in order to get the extra points for this Badger, which is the one we're aiming for to get Ether and Chaos protections, I think it was, something like that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I was trying to get more points into this, 8 points into this to get to something that I now can't remember. But anyway, we'll figure it out again. We'll keep going with the plan. Dryad and Lion, I'm sure, were the two quick ways of getting 3, 6. Yeah, it was 6 points. Although there might be another one we could go for. If that's 3, that's 5. Yeah, it would need to. Yeah, it would need to be 6. Yeah, 6 points. Yeah, because we need to get to 8. That's correct. So we got plus 80 health and plus 1.5 energy regenerated last time. Now we're going to get another 3% movement speed and 15% slow resistance. Why is it not stun? Anyway. The one thing I could have done with was stun. Yeah, it's going to take our... Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Ooh, can you feel that extra 3% speed, people? Ooh, what? Come on now. Ooh, I'm going off map again, people. I'm going off map. Oh, maybe not. Well, I am, but it's it's not. It's very, 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 very tiny bit off map. The hidden path. Ooh. I wonder if the writings are all in the same places. They must be. Keep jotting them down in case anyone's looking for them and they happen to come across my playthrough, but might as well read it while we're here, people. Yeah, they're heavy gloves though. Generally what I'm looking out for is anything with stupid armour on it. That's a... Oh, hello, there's 9% bleeding resistance on that ring. But we've already got 18% on the other ring, and we'd lose ether resistance, which we don't want to do. If we find something with bleeding and ether on it, that would be the perfect thing. Oh, hello. What? Where's this come from now? So, we've got 33% stun. So we must have got that from those then. Because I haven't changed anything else. Unless I've got a perk on. Have I got a perk on at the moment? Protective barrier forms around you whenever your enemies blah. Maybe. It could be the protective barrier that's doing it. But this is now saying I've got 33% stun protection. So I'm wondering if the rings have provided that or whether it's the perk that's activated. We'll find out. When I see that perk vanish, I'll give it a... Oh, there was a bit up there I didn't look at, actually. Ooh, frame rate is really choppy around these parts, people. Bloody hellfire. Bit of a Stonehenge, that, isn't it? Nice. Okay, let's go back round. Back round. Ooh, definitely be getting a level up in this this particular part, people, I think. Oh yes. Very close. Coming up for level 46. Alright, which way are we going? Links, I thinks. Here we come. I've got to say I'm feeling way more protected at the minute. I mean, it's possible that it's because I'm dealing with a lot of melee characters and that extra armor's doing me a lot of good. But I mean, look at my health. It's barely getting... Well, not only that, it's going up super quick as well. I mean, I've not had to back off yet. Not really. I'm heading back to the shrine we'd already been to. Where are we meant to be going here, people? Find the path. No, I think we most definitely need to go back the way we came. And there is might be the cave. Is that the cave we came in? Yeah, Tomb of Korvac. So it looks like we need to go up this way. Find the path. There's the main road. There's a bit of an argument that says go back and top that belt up with an anti-venom salve and wear that instead of the other one. But we're worried about vitality resistance dropping and slow resistance. There you go. Yeah, that's gone back to 0. So that protective shield was what was giving me that perk. But I mean, there's resistances that aren't even mentioned here. Slow and all that malarkey. The great benefit of that would have been a skill and, well, an extra 10 armor is not the end of the world. 41% in bleeding reduction duration and the plus 31 physique. A 30% chance of 84 bleeding damage over 3 seconds is pretty sweet though, and I'm going to put this on, I think. Yeah, it has affected my resistances though, and it takes the poison down as well by 20, because I need that anti-salve, anti-venom, blah blah. Let's go and have a little visit. Just quickly. Oh, hello. There's a whole other. Oh, that's the DLC. It must be, or some form of DLC.
Got something you need stashed?
Well, as it happens, yes. It's the anti-venom salve. Let's look for that. Really? Well, it doesn't look like I've got another one.
I'll hold on to that for you. Got any more scrap metal?
Hang on, it'll be one of these, won't it? Well, we'll just make ourselves one then, shall we? Let's do a couple of them.
Go on now.
Sure, I could have sworn I had a couple of those left. Must have used them though. Let's go and see him for that, don't we? So, there's our... Where did it put it? Oh, there. Alright, so it's just vitality damage that we're going to have lost out on there.
Got something you need stashed?
I do. And we'll keep her at the belt just in case. Stick it in the other bit with the other stuffs. What's that ring? Bleeding resistance, elemental resistance. Well, frozen heart on both of those. It would be, yeah, bleeding resistance would drop. I'd lose ether, which I don't want to do. So, shove it in there for now.
It's safe with me. Promise. You see anything you like?
Well, no, but you can have this stuff. Keep maxing out these bloody potions and I just keep putting them in me because I never use them. I certainly never use the energy ones.
Put it to good use.
Put it to good use.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
Yeah, I've got like a gazillion of them up here already. Look. Ready? Just do it a nice line down the way, thank you very much. Very kind of you.
It's safe with me. Promise.
Right, timer wheel. Around about half an hour. Right, okay. Yeah, we actually want to go the other way, don't we? Interesting. There is a section up there that seems to be... Should we go and have a look? Before we go straight down. Could be a dead end, but... Ooh. Ah, Fort Icon. We found it. Right, okay. Well, I think I'm going to come back to that because I would like to clear the area out first if I can. Yeah, I think I could do with a little patch for some of these areas because they are very... I mean, I'd still prefer to play it like this than capped at 30 because... And without any shadow of a doubt, it's nearly always the case when it gets choppy like this. It's because of the fog. Anything with fog in it generally starts struggling. But as I say, it's only when I pan the camera around. When I'm actually running about, it's not such a problem. Actually, it looks like we've done all the area. Just go back to the icon anyway. Level up and ride your pony! Absolutely hammering them as well at the moment. Gone and hexed it now, haven't I? I mean, for me, I say this quite often, but I'd be quite happy if they put options in for, like, 40 frames per second, or just give us an option to say, right, don't go all out for the 60 if it's struggling in places. Just or put dynamic scaling on the graphics is also an option. If it starts dropping the frame rates, it pulls back on the graphics a little bit. But that said, it's supposed to only be running at 1080p at the minute, so. Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start pummeling some points back into physique, because we dropped a hell of a lot of physique points when we changed all our gear, people. Yes, we did. Right, we had a plan here, people. What was it? Ah, yes, well, we got this up, didn't we? The ignition. So I was going to pummel the points into this deadly aim again and get it up to its max. So plus 50% to all damage we're about to get here. Plus 55 on the next one. So 2 more points in there and then we can start spending elsewhere. It's insane. 100% chance of activating, 5 seconds skill recharge, 5 second duration, plus 55% to all damage, plus 11% crit damage, plus 14% offensive ability. It's pretty immense, that, isn't it? Let's do it. I mean, that all said about the frame rates, though. I mean, a game that is this much fun, I mean, it would have to be something pretty dire for me to stop playing it. I mean, it's just superb. It really is. And in the end, as I said before, I mean, I was thoroughly enjoying it at 30 frames per second, and if I had to go back to that, I would just go back to that. And my eyes would adjust over time, I'm sure. But at the moment, I'd still rather play it like this. This little segment smoothed out, actually. What's that place? Let's come back to that. that easy to see where the path is in this place. Let's go back and see if we can find that entrance that we were going to walk into. Way up, is it? Blimey. There's a blue marker up there. Black Legion footman. Speak to you in a minute, dude. Let's just see what's walking about. Bloke's lying there on his last legs like, oh, I've got something to tell you. I'll go back in a minute, mate. Don't go in there. The ethereals have torn open a rift. More are pouring through. Will you be alright? Once things calm down, I'm sure someone will come for me. I don't know, mate. Don't worry, the Legion takes care of its own. Right you are, then. Get some high ground, will I? I was going to say it was a bit strange that there wasn't a... It's all about shooting the dummies. There's a rift, but they're pouring through it. This guy again. He's part of the DLC though, isn't he? The emissary. Alright, okay, we've got a bunch of quest stuff going on. Maybe the rift doesn't open until... Well, he weren't nothing at all. Rift is now open for business. Thank you. Oh, hello. Getting fucking too busy praising myself. I was getting scorched from under the ground by chaos, I think it was. Oh, actually, ether is green, isn't it? There we go. The Fort Icon Rift is open for business. Right, we've got some peeps to talk to up here. Soldiers. Right, another homestead. Right, Inquisitor Creed.
Good, you've arrived. Things here are in worse shape than I thought.
What happened?
Sabotage,
ooh, hello.
call it what you will. We've been attacked from within. The ethereals, it seems, have gotten a hold of the commander.
He's been possessed?
Precisely. Based on the reports, Commander Lucius has been sending our men out on futile missions, thinning out the force's defenses. Then, once the watch was sufficiently weak, he opened the gates allowing the ethereals to pour in. He was not counting on human ingenuity, however. Weapons Master Edric collapsed the front gates with some explosives, cutting off the enemy's forces. When we arrived with reinforcements from the south, the coward Lucius fled into the armory. Until those gates are clear, we are stuck here. I need you to enter the armory and recover what's left of the heavy explosives. Use them to clear the rubble. But beware of Lucius. He has shed his human disguise in favor of a monstrous form, which I cannot even begin to describe. You will likely have to deal with him to get to the explosives.
It will be done. Weapons Master Edric. What are you saying, Edric? As you can probably guess, the fort's seen better days. It's going to take every able-bodied man and woman to bring Fort Ikon back to its former glory. Can you lend a hand? Sure, why not? What do you need? I need someone capable to enter the armory and recover what's left of our scrap and building materials. The supplies were originally designated for Homestead, but with the recent attacks we can't afford to spare any resources. After Lucius opened the gates and the ethereals started pouring through, I had no choice but to collapse our own gates with explosives. The repairs will take weeks, but we can't get started without those supplies. Unfortunately, the possessed commander has fled into the armory, perhaps to finish sabotaging what's left of our arsenal. I hear you are experienced with dealing with the ethereals, so I was hoping you could look into the matter. I will recover the supplies, good man. Fear ye not. I am on it.
You need
Oh,
stairs.
hello. This is handy as well. Look at the perk on that. +3 to Word of Pain. Elemental resistance is up to 25%. The armor drops though by a lot. You lose almost 100 armor. It's about 18. It is 18 in fact. Can't wear them till level 50. Heavy chest armor 650. Right. Well, I think I will store those actually. I might come back to look at those, my friend. Let's stick them in there. No, I didn't mean to. Oh, that is that one. That's why. We will put our components in. Why not? While we're here. On the right tab though, Stephen. There was a medal there. A new one. A level 50. Chaos resistance, cunning, fire damage, lightning damage. Yeah. Not overly sure I would use it. So we can get rid of those two things. Is there a shop around? Who's this badger? Is he a blacksmith?
I do the best I can with
Oh yeah,
what I've got.
nice. Fair enough. We've not really discovered anything new at the minute. I mean, I'm surprised I've not picked up some more funky weapon schematics. It seems to have not given me very much at all in the world of guns, but armor-wise, yeah. So we've got a few blues, but they don't seem to scale with the game. So once you've got the schematic for them, it's like, well, it would have been nice if you could make these and scale them to the armor levels that we're at now, but it doesn't seem to work that way for whatever reason. So but they just become redundant almost immediately, unless I'm missing something to do with the creation of these things. But for my liking, you can't seem to get the armor up on them at all. So don't know what that's about. But you can, I mean, I suppose you can make a full set at some point and get all those extra perks, but anyway, that's enough
Don't
of
get
that.
killed out there.
Just have a look around. Cannonballs. Cannonballs? No, it's just the way I walk, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, I'm here all week. Right. Or sacred ashes must be kicking around these here parts as well. Hello, there's somewhere to go in here. Sealed by the Black Legion.
I can't open that.
Yeah, can't go in there yet. That will open up later then. Praetorian's report. Oh, hello. There's another one there. Black Legion scouting report. So where exactly am I meant to be going here? Where's the door, please?
Let's see what I can do here.
Yeah, illusionist. That's the one we've got on, Brimstone. Anyway. Must be a door in here, surely. No. Am I missing a trick here, people? What's happening? That's a star because that's the quest I've got, I'm sure. Or is it underneath me? Is that what it is? I don't know where you're asking me to go. Detonation site. This gate has been collapsed, but it looks deliberate. With enough explosives, the way through could be reopened. It will take some heavy explosives to clear it out. You do not have the heavy explosives. Well, I wonder if we make heavy explosives out of combining dynamite, because we do have dynamite. Where does this go? That ignition's immense, isn't it? I think I would prefer it if it was because everything else that I'm firing is is white. It's like lightning and snow. So it would have been quite nice to keep it as fire, but never mind. It's still awesome. Oh, hello. Saber. Heavy coat. There's a quest marker. Quite keen to go back and see if I can make heavy explosive. Because I don't know what I'm going to end up going into in there. Yes, well, we're approaching the hour mark, so I think that part will definitely do in the next part, I think. I'm actually recording this early evening on New Year's Eve 2021 for anyone watching it 10 years from now. We're about to enter 2022, and I'm debating whether to do a New Year's Eve vlog, which I might go and do with a little flagging up ale, or I might end up ordering myself a Chinese, which is what I did on Christmas Eve. Or I might do both, but let's just quickly see if we can make... How the frackety freck did I get down here in the first place? Did we go up here? Yeah, we did. There's dead people all about. Or is that where we came from? It is possible. Yeah, there's the dynamite. Dynamite. Tee. It's not the clearest of paths, is it, to get to somewhere? I feel like I'm coming back to the place I don't want to be. I am, aren't I? What the fuckity fuck, people? Where am I? Yeah, well, there's the star for the guy, so... There we go. It's quite cool, though, that the forts are bloody massive. Could easily have just made it a tiny little thing, couldn't they? So, the chap we need to speak to is this one.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
I say that, it sounds like a woman, actually. Ooh, a pistol. Not as good as what we've got, though. Okay, I want to make... No. We've got dynamite, but there's no heavy... So we can make dynamites, but we can't make anything else. Yeah, we can make those with ether shards. What? I've only got one ether shard. I thought I'd picking them up for fun, aren't I, recently? I wonder if I might have used a shitload of them when... oh, does she not look at the... No, she must do, because she's got a 99 plus there. I thought I had loads of ether shards. Blimey. But, oh, it's ether crystals I've been picking up, that's why. So, that's a point. I think I can make ether shards from ether crystals, maybe? Yeah, there you go. That's exactly the badger, in fact. Anyway, it doesn't solve our problem, does it? So we need to figure out how to get heavy explosive.
Don't get killed out there.
I'm assuming you can't buy it.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Well, these guys are friendly. Alright. Huh. Legion Spellbearer. No, well, like most things in the game, I feel like it's something I'm going to have to find somewhere, because dynamite was like that. You had to find it in a mine, specifically. Right, well, I think we'll leave it there for that part, and we'll go immediately to... Well, if I can find it again, but, but immediately to... I think it's over there, actually, over this part. See, it doesn't put those marks on it either. You get close to it, the radial map will show you. Up here will show you where the star is, but not on the big map. Even though you've walked over to it, it won't show you on it. Which is a little bit frustrating. But anyway, at the beginning of the next part, we'll go back to that, to going inside the fort, I think. Thoroughly enjoyed that once again. I'm feeling a big difference with that armour, though, I have to say, through that whole area. I'm sure I'll come a cropper with a couple of the resistances, but the armour in general, bloody hellfire, was feeling a massive difference in when I was getting punched. Well, there you are, folks. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Grim Dawn on the Xbox Series X, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.